Congrats on your first gamma. It's not updated. Give me a second. It will update, hopefully, very, very soon. As I say, bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, we're still we're doing our best here. We're doing our best here. A couple programs need to be opened, so don't mind me. It's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's good to be back. Oh my god, dude. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. It's been like what, half a month? Oh, my tits is showing. Hold on. There you go. Tits is gone. It's been like what, half a month since we last streamed. We last saw each other. Good to see you. Welcome in. La la la. Welcome in. Good to see you. Gamma. Good to see you. Welcome in. I'll just call you Desi. How about that? Welcome in. Good to see you. Ender. Good to see you as well. Welcome in. Been doing a lot of 3D model recently. Just realized I can make my own earrings. Dude, that's sick. That is amazing. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh my goodness. It's been a hot second. It's been a hot second since I've seen all of you. And partially for me and partially for not in my own control. I took a week off and then I was like, okay, we're gonna take 1 week off and then we're gonna like just stream in like into the new year. But it seems the world had different plans. You know, one last kicker before we enter 2025. But Happy New Year, guys. It is 2025 officially. January 1st is today. Oh, dude, the food poisoning was so bad. I'll talk about it in a second, though. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, oh, God. What a trial and tribulation. Never have I ever... I still don't know like what was causing it. I don't know like what was the reason or what I had eaten or succumbed to. I thought it might have been like the stomach flu or some other kind of illness, right? Because I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary, and like what I had eaten was like what everyone else has eaten. So I was like, okay, maybe I just got like a really unlucky. It might have been like the one errant slice of salami. A very shady deli place who definitely does not like clean their instruments properly. The bread and ranch. I've been having bread and ranch for so long. It is no way it's bread and ranch. Actually, I was away from my house. When I got sick, I was at a relative's place, and so it's impossible because my relatives don't know what ranch is. Ranch is a very strictly Western thing, right? I don't know. I've for a long time I've never seen anything like ranch, and then we came over here, we had ranch, and now ranch is like my staple. So yeah, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Kaminari, good to see you as well. Welcome in. Good to have you, guys. We're so back, man. We are so back. God. It's been a hot second. We quite a few things have changed for sure. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm excited, man. I'm gonna get back into it. Oh, I've been itching to stream since I stopped, and I was thinking I could survive 1 week, but after like the 1 week, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to stream. I'm ready to do my schedule. I'm ready to stream, and then I get food poisoning, and it basically lasted. Dude, it was so bad. It wasn't that I couldn't stream. I could have actually streamed like a few days ago as well, like Gorilla or something like that, or just like anything goes. Just like for fun, right? Just like a for fun thing. I was thinking that's what I would do, but I was advised to not do so due to I mean, for a lot of people, I think like for a lot of people, like when you get food poisoning, it's like you get like for me, when I got food poisoning, it was a lot of like just throwing up and shit. And so the throat took some big damage. The throat took some big damage, and I was like, okay, maybe they're like advised you don't like stream too much. Don't spend too many hours yelling until your throat's like fully healed. Otherwise, for me, right? It's like throat is the biggest, the money making instrument. I'm not logged into Fish. Hold on. It's probably because I've been away for a while, hasn't it? I'll fix it. But yeah. Ooh. Hold on. Let me get the fishing all right and dandy. What is my password to Twitch? I don't know what my password is to Twitch. That's not it. That's not it either. That's not it. That's not it either. Okay, I got it. I got it, guys. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. I totally know how to log into my own Twitch. I totally know how to log into my own Twitch account. Bada bing. Okay, let's go. We're so back. We are so back. Enjoy your fish. Logged in as Lazy Shen. Fantastic. It's all working now. It's all working. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Yeah, happy to be back, guys. Very happy to be back. After such a long time. After such a long time, I'm so happy to be back. Oh, finally. All the trials are over. You know, the voice is healed. But yeah, I think for like many people who don't like, you know, care too much, they would have just like went back to streaming. But since I like use my voice for a lot of stuff, it's hard to justify like taking a risk. And like if you have to get surgery and stuff, you know, there's always like the risk of like your voice getting damaged forever, and then you're like your sound is different, and like everything about you is not the same. And so better safe than sorry for myself, at least. And I mean, I know you know right now. I don't know if you guys were at the other live stream, like from like a Friday, a couple Fridays ago, or was it a Friday? It was something like that. A few Fridays ago, probably. Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks since then. But I did manage to hop into. I did manage to hop into a cool little just chatting stream with Scylla and Alpha, and they were both like they're both like, you know, acting professionals, and you know them getting surgery and stuff, and a lot of like streamers as well like have to get surgery and stuff like that because they don't take care of their voice properly. I mean, for some of them it's, you know, out of their control, obviously, but I would like to avoid getting a surge. I would like to avoid getting a surgery as much as possible, just because it's, you know, safer that way, I should say. I would like to not go through undue stress, right? And so we spent a few days just recovering extra and missing out some stuff. But I did do IDB Monday as per usual. I forgot to ping as per usual. Yeah, I mean that's why I have the bot right on the server. I have the bot on the server because if I don't have the bot, I basically don't remember shit. Thank God for the bot. Like whenever we had the bot break, dude, it's been a few years. The mods will know. The mods can testify. Just like how many times the bot has broken. We've been through like the ringer. Like 7 or 8 bots. And every few months, it'd go well, and then the bots would break. And so far this stream, whatever we're using right now, StreamCord, I believe. So far, StreamCord has been working fine for like months and months. So cross my fingers. Hope not to die. But it's been going alright. Oh, it's been a hot second. And a few things have changed for sure. While I was gone, guys. While I was gone, I went through all my stuff. Hey, Vampsuki, good to see you as well. Hope I'm not late. You're just on time. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's good to see you. But what was I? Yes. While I was gone, I went through like my like rigging settings again. So you might notice a few things like a little bit different about the rigging, like the movement a little bit like smoother. I went ahead and like unnegatived the x-axis or like whatever axis, and so like when I move now, you know, like the shoulders move like along with it instead of like against it, which is it's more appealing. Every once in a while, like, you know, you just need some change, right? You just need some change, and so the shoulders moving was like bugging me for a while. I was like, okay, I gotta change it. And then also I went ahead and did some like the mouth rigging stuff as well. And V-Bridger is cool. Hopefully the V-Bridger stuff will, you know, get smoother. Actually, I don't know if I should say this because I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to tease too much stuff that, like, may take a while to happen. But my rigger, my rigging animator papa, aka Ransom, I was in a call with Ransom the other day, and we were like working on this stuff and like the rigging stuff and like getting the mouths, like, because really the mouth is the hardest part to like tune and stuff like that, and like get into, you know, the correct shape. And so while that was happening, like Ransom was like through my settings. It was like, damn, because I'm like Ransom's second, I think like second V-Bridger rig, like, and I think by far, even to this day, like, to this day, still like one of their biggest rigs, like bar none, like biggest rig, because I have so much stuff. I have so much stuff in this model, and a lot of layers, a lot of hair, and but it was like a really old model in terms of like rigging and like learning V-Bridger. Like right now, like Ransom is like really improved with V-Bridger stuff, and they were going through my settings and they were like, damn, you're like a fucking boomer. You're like archaic as shit. And I'm like, okay, you don't have to rub it in. But yeah, I might be getting a 2.5, like a, you know, a re-rig soon. At least for V-Bridger stuff. I don't, probably not for the rest of the body. I think the angles, like the angle work that like Ransom did is like so good, like on everything else, right? But for the face, like for the mouth specifically, since I think I'm missing a few mouth shapes to make it like really smooth. So I'm excited for that as well. Yeah. And then I'll be like up to date, right? Good to see a Blank. Welcome in, Blank Jester. You can't see his titty. Well, you came to the right stream, right? You came to the right stream. You know, the world showed you this stream for a reason. On time. It was fate. It was fate. You would come in and just the 3 seconds I showed off tits. Yeah, I was showing off the angles for the body because it's like it's so much. It's so good. We had a great New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year to the new peeps as well. Happy New Year to the individuals who are returning with us today. But yeah, I did what I could with the mouth, but I'm missing a few mouth shapes. And so the mouth is going to be a little bit better. I think it's nicer, right? Because like when you speak and you look at it, you're like, okay, wow, it's doing the thing that I'm doing. So it ain't jarring, you know what I mean? And so I did what I could with what I had, I think. And obviously big shout out to Ransom as well for helping me. But Ransom is currently in the mines, like deep in the mines on a super big project. And so no free time, obviously, because dude, I wish I could be like a you know, one of those Renaissance era millionaires, because that would be like ideal for me, right? And then you just like adopt an artist. Oh, my music stopped for a second for some reason. Okay, well, it's broken now. Well, it's broken. I'll put something on in a second. But that's really cool. Randomly, my music just like broke out of nowhere. That's sick. But yeah, I wish I could be like a Renaissance, like millionaire. You know, so like owning an estate or whatever, and then you just like own an artist. Yeah. Like this artist specifically is just for me. All you do is just draw me every day. Every single day of your life, you just wake up, you know, draw a picture of me, a portrait of me, you know, carve a bust out of marble. I'll pay like $7 billion. Like when you think about it, right? When you think about like back in the day, like how much artists did stuff, and you're like, damn, like, you know, like bitches that carve shit out of marble all day. I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, marble isn't, like, definitely wasn't cheap back then. how big the statues are and how much you like gotta grind out to like make a great looking statue. Like that's like your everyday. Like you wake up and that's all you do, right? And then you're like, oh shit, like they must have taken a lot of money to like mine out and transport, and you probably pay for them to live. Like it's a lot of money, to have like you had like fuck you money. You must have had like fuck you money to own like an artist and to own specifically an artist that does like marble statues. I feel. Maybe I just don't understand how money works. But it seems to me like that profession, like to own somebody who had that profession would have cost like a fortune. Well, yeah, they still sculpt this as a profession, but like not the same way. Like you might get commissioned pieces, but you're not like owned by somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many people do you know in today's climate that just owns an artist, like adopts an artist to just make statues every single day of them? And also you pay for like all their living expenses and you pay for like everything they do like all day, every day. How many people do you actually know that do that? I'm not saying people don't sculpt no more. I'm just saying like the fad is like over. Like that is done. Like, you know how much money it costs to get marble, and then how much money it costs like to to ship it over and like pay for their living and pay. Obviously, you probably have like a bunch of other people too. It ain't cheap, man. I'm dating an artist, so it's close enough. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's. I don't think it's that close. I think it's much different. We put on some music. I guess we'll use Okay, we'll use Spotify. I don't want to use Spotify. Spotify sucks. Spotify is made by evil people. It's true. It's so true. Name one person you know that likes Spotify. I'll wait. Oh, we'll keep it chill for today, huh? I'm guaranteed Mel will agree with me. Are you sure? I mean, I think people would agree with me. I think, like, expensive as shit. I'm pretty sure it's still a practice, just not in our bracket. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm saying the money is high. I'm not saying that they don't exist no more. I'm just saying the money is crazy. And, like, it's something I could never afford. And so that's what I would like to do. That's the end goal. The end goal is to have fuck you money so I can own like multiple artists. And just like, have them exist with me on my 1,000 billion acre estate. That's like the end goal. We're so back. Nice. Okay. Hopefully the music. Let me know if the music's too loud. I can't really tell. Hard for me to tell when on my side, because I can hear it, and it sounds fine to me. But maybe it like blasts you. Yeah. Okay. Nodders. The music's fine, fantastic. Love to hear it. A little bit of chill stuff. I wouldn't even call it lo-fi. It's something. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm excited for the rigging stuff. I can't wait for the... Dude, I'm excited for the mouse stuff. Dude. Ransom was looking through my files and was like, wait, what's your... They're like, wait a second, I did this? You ever look at what you did? You ever look at what you did like a year ago? Or like 2 years ago, because it's been like over a year at this point, I think, with this model. And Ransom was looking at this model like I did this? Why the fuck did I do that? Why did I They're like, please remind me in like a week's time to at least fix a little bit of stuff. And so in about a week or so, I mean, give or take, right? So some odd weeks, maybe like by the end of this month. By the end of this month, I will hopefully have at least the new mouth form, like one of the most crucial mouth forms. I think I'm missing a crucial mouth form. I don't know like what that actually means, but I mean, once we get it, you'll probably be able to see the difference, right? Like, hopefully it's like night and day, and you're like, oh shit, actually huge, actually big. But that's the hope. By the end of this month, we'll have like one small update, which is like not like a 2.5, like a 2.1. My partner's on my side. I'd hope so. Okay, I asked my partner if they'd agree with me. My partner's on my side. Yeah, that's the hope. Actually, I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case. Like, I mean, if I asked Hina anything, I think Hina would just agree with me. My partner's on my side. That's not a flex. Yeah. I get to see Fiona. Welcome in. Thank you for the stretch, Nigel. Take a sip. Oh, God. Gamer subs as per usual. But I got to try the Sakura Splash flavor, which is one of their like partnered flavors. I'll be honest, guys. That one ain't for me. Sakura Splash ain't for me. If you like really, really like strong artificial flavors, it might be for you. But I like the mild ones. I like really mild flavors for energy drinks, which is why Gamers was really, really sick, because all their flavors are super mild. Most of the flavors are super mild. But like, you know, like Cinder's flavors are really mild, which is nice. And raw meat can be pretty mild as well. A lot of the flavors are pretty mild. The new one, the tricky one, is really good, nice too. It's like just straight up like mango juice. But this one, not so much. The Sakura Splash is very strong. But after some diluting with like an ice and some carbonated water, which actually like helps mask the flavor a little bit. Okay, let me ask you a question, guys. Is carbonated water salty? Like, what is the flavor of carbonated water? Don't say carbonated water has no flavor. Like, it's distinctly different from normal water. Is it salty? Is it you don't think it's salty? You don't think it has a flavor? It definitely does not taste like water. If you had like tap water, and then you had like carbonated water, you'd be like, okay, these two taste different. Like, very much so different. If I gave you a flat carbonated water, flavor is pencil shavings. Flavor is pencil shavings? I'll be honest, won't lie to you. Won't lie to you, I've never once eaten pencil shavings. So it's the chance it tastes salty and can spoil it. You know what's really crazy about carbonated water is that it's like kind of like oxymoronic that carbonated water is that way. But like, you would think, right? Like, when I had food poisoning, it was like my stomach was like really bad. I was like, maybe I shouldn't, right? But actually, after drinking carbonated water, like, the symptoms were like, you know, relieved. It's like it's like paradoxically acidic, because I was like, acid reflux is a problem, right? I think the biggest problem was that it was like, you know, I could feel like the stomach acid like destroying me from the inside. I was like, if I add more acid, like, bad stuff is gonna happen. But actually, carbonated water is not acidic. Like, the same way. It like evens it out. Actually relieves the symptoms of, like, you know, stomach problems. Which is like, against contrary to belief. Contrary to like what you maybe first think. since it's like a fizzy, and it's like, oh, it's bubbly, and so like it would agitate you, but actually it's the opposite. Usually acid plus base is the cancel. I never knew acid plus acid is also a cancel. Fight fire with fire. Citrus to me sometimes. I think it depends on the flavor, right? Like some of the carbonated waters are flavored. I think there's like a distinct like bitter taste as well in some of them. I would say like club soda has like a distinct like bitter taste. But there's something in club soda, right, to make it bitter, as opposed to just like straight up carbonated water. I feel like the minerals in the carbonated water, like I drink a lot of like mineral carbonated water. There's like some salt flavors in it, for sure, 100%. Hey, good to see you, Jiva. Welcome in. Hope you're having an amazing 2025. Yeah, hopefully you are as well, man. Start of the new year. Start of a new year, start of a new legacy. Dude, I'm excited, man. I will say, to this day, never have I felt more so like, like this is the, a lot of the times, right, when a year passes, you're like, last year was dog shit, this is the year. I mean, for me, last year was not bad. It was like ups and downs, obviously, but, confidently speaking, I'm like, damn, this is hopefully going to be the best. With more confidence in like last year. When I was like, last year, at the beginning of last year, I was like, wow, hopefully they last year. I was just hoping the last would be better than 2023, because 2023 sucked ass. I don't know about you guys, but 2023 was really, really bad. 2024, I was like, just anything better than 2023 will cut it. I get to see Haru, welcome in. Chima, welcome in, good to see you. As well as Pac-Man, good to see you as well. Welcome. Good to have you guys. Thank you for dropping by. Big preach. It's a chill day today. Today's docket I've planned, it's gonna be a shorter stream probably. Short little chatting stream, just to catch up. And let's see what you guys were all up to. Cause I'll be honest, I spent half my break time. Like okay. This last week has been... This is gonna suck. This is gonna be stupid to say, and like suck to say, and suck to admit. But this last week has been like the first time I've actually had a break, like where I took a break and then I did nothing. 2022 and 2023 were not the ones. 2024 is okay. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like when 2024 started, I was like, just anything will do. Anything better than shit will be good, right? But 2025, I feel like after like an okay 2024, I'm like 2025 is the one. This is gonna be a year of cool stuff. I just started working on like a huge project, which I hope we'll do like semi-okay, right? Because it's also like a passion project. Because sometimes you there's a balance you have to strike, right? Well, like if you make stuff, like a balance to strike between like what people would like to see and like what you like. I think a lot of people will be like, okay, you should just make what you like. But for me, like I make stuff also because I want people to like it. You know what I mean? Like everything I make is like both. Like what I do on stream, what I post is like a mixture between what I think I enjoy the most and what people are into. And so this is like, this one is just strictly for me. But I still hope people will like it. It's really big though. It's really, really big. And hopefully we're not biting off more than we can chew. Yo, Wonderpig got me a Pog Pokemon. Dude, grats, man, grats. I've been playing a little bit of that too. I picked up Pokemon Pocket again since the new pack came out. Dude. Gyarados Greninja plus like, the new dragon. Gotta be like one of the nastiest combos of all time. I mean, for as long as Misty is gonna be the strongest type trainer, I think water is gonna be like just a top tier all the time. Like there's no way you can beat like a fast rush like into like Gyarados or into like Articuno. It's gonna be hard to beat, I think. I've seen some Vaporeon build and stuff, and some Greninja stuff. I've seen some other stuff as well. I want to try a Cramorant build, but like overall, just like anything water right now, as long as like the strength of the trainers are so disproportionate, because like realistically, like there's other guys, right? Like there's Bane and there's like Brock, and then there's like Lieutenant Surge, but those like guys are not as strong as Misty. Misty is just insane. See, Misty makes literally any water type good. And it could be like, you know, instant Gyarados. Like you could be like turn 2 Gyarados if you win like enough Misty coin flips. Which is like, it happens, dude. Like very often it happens. You flip like 3 heads, and all of a sudden, like turn 3, you're like pumping out a 140 damage over and over and over, and then like it's over for them. It's a very cheese win. It's a very, very cheese win. Man, in New Year's Eve, seeing people banned for cheating at the Nikkei dress up. It's like Infinite Nikki has cheaters, man. That's actually insane. That's nuts. I'm playing that game too. I can't wait to stream that game more, actually. I'm very excited to stream that game more. So, working break? Yeah, working break. So, I don't know if you guys know this. Whenever I take a break, whenever I'm like, hey guys, I'm taking like a week off or like a 2 weeks off or like whatever. Usually that means I need a week to like work on some stuff. You know, like, cause I do this, I do streaming, like, you know, on top of everything else I do as well. And so I'm still too bitchly. I'm still too bitchly to try for a full-time streaming stuff. Streaming has been part-time for like a long time. And by part-time, I mean like, you know, on the side, on the fun. Hey, good to see you, Nyria. Welcome in. Well, that's correct. Unfamiliar with the name. Good to see you, though. Welcome in. The world was like, yeah, usually, like, you know, if I need a week off, it's usually because, like, there's just so much stuff to do. And so I'll say, I'm like, I need a week off, guys. And then I take a week off of streaming. But realistically, it's more than that, right? Realistically, it's also, I got a week off and then of streaming just to work on other stuff. Which, I don't know if that's necessarily healthy or not, but that's what I like to do. Oh, we can do some Pokemon stuff maybe soon. I don't know how to get it on to work on the PC, though. Like, right now, the thing holding me back from really playing Pokemon Pocket and really playing, like... Oh, I started playing Love of Deep Space today. That game is pretty interesting, too. People didn't tell me there was a game. I thought it was missing... There's like a fighting part of the game. If I knew that, I would have played it much sooner. Because I'll be honest, like... I don't... Like, for me... Like, basic chibi combat, or, like, no combat at all, like, isn't enough. Like, I need some kind of fighting, you know? Which is why, like, I don't, like, really, like... I wasn't super into... What is the game called? Twisted Wonderland? Love the characters now in that game. But... that game's combat is, like, abysmal. Like, there's no game. And like Missing Messenger, I've had enough of, like, you know, waking up at fucking 3 a.m. to pick up a phone call from a fake person. If I wanted to pick up a phone call from a fake person, I'd just make some VTuber friends. Dude. But yeah, man, like, dang. It's the truth, guys. It's the fucking truth. It really is. I don't want to say it like that, but it is. A lot of them fake motherfuckers out there. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? I think because VTubing is so anonymous, it like lends to motherfuckers. More so than like any other, even like, you know, because flesh streaming, right? It's like, if you're a flesh streamer, like, and you do some trash shit, then everyone knows what you look like still. But if you don't, you just like go into hiding for like 5 billion years. Still wondering when some of those motherfuckers are gonna come back. Every time I enter Twitch and see my silly mutual streaming. Nice. For some, streaming should only be a side dish for financial. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like I'm still like too much of a pussy ass bitch. I think you know, if I fully like went in hard mode, we could do it. I think it's possible. But to say it's like guaranteed, it's not like it's far from guaranteed. That's the issue, right? And obviously I wouldn't do streaming mostly. Like if I go full-time content stuff, it would also be like, you know, the stream time wouldn't increase, is what I should say. Amount of time on stream would not increase, even if I went full-time, right? Because if I went full-time, I would just spend more time like editing and more time like focusing on YouTube stuff as well, and like other socials. More so, because that's really the part that's like we don't build, or like I haven't built, which is why like I hired some peeps to work with me on like maintaining YouTube stuff. Hopefully that'll help, you know. But yeah, you know, that's kind of like the main reason. I'm too much of a pussy ass bitch. It's like maybe like there's like a 20% chance of like going full time, which is like not good enough odds for me yet. Because the problem is, like, unlike gacha, right? Like, I could grind gacha for like a month, and then when the next banner comes out, you're like, okay, there's a 1% chance of getting the 5-star, but you have like 100 rolls, and like at 90 rolls in, you hit the pity, right? So there's a spark, there's a guaranteed something with 90 rolls. But that's not the case for content or streaming or whatever. Like, even if you grind for like years and years and years, there's no guarantee. And so it's not good enough odds. It's the reason I quit fucking Fate Grand Order, guys. And I can't play like a lot of the old gachas, is the rates are too dog shit. Everything comes back to gacha. Of course it does. I'm the gacha guy, man. We have a full gacha lineup this week, actually. We're catching up on a bunch of stuff. I got a lot of story to catch up on because basically everyone and their mom updated while I was sick, and so an 8 ages on. I mean, that's good actually. I'm glad they're doing that actually. I'm so happy they're doing that because the functionality, like the way that Genshin did it, was not good enough. You play Genshin? I used to play Genshin, and actually a lot of people who followed me from the very beginning followed me during the new the Genshin days, but I had to quit that game. It's one of those, you know, it's like it was really good. When I think back on Genshin, like when it first came out, I was like, Genshin is the best, right? It was like super good. Open world exploration stuff was cool, and, you know, the combat was okay, but it was like by and large like the gacha with like the most stuff in it. And like they used to have like events like every few weeks or every week or so. There's a small like mini game, whatever. Like realistically, when you think about it, right? You know, when Genshin like it did like the prop hunt stuff and like the tower defense stuff, and like it was like nice because it was like stuff to do. Whereas most gachas, like the events are all like the same, right? Like even like gachas that I like, like Arknights. I like Arknights a lot. But like their events are mostly the same. Like it's just like the maps are different, but like it's the same, like, you know, gauntlet of maps, and then you complete the EX mode or whatever, and then you're just basically just done. That's what I got right now. It's called Owl World Pay. Never heard of that before. Or do you mean Pal World? Pal is not gacha, guys. I heard that there was a new update though in that game. Hopefully that game is still fun. Me when I don't speak Pig Latin. Sorry, I only know English and Mandarin. Gacha D-Space. Get you bring me out to crisp? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think like it's sad because I remember how like I felt about it, and then I think about it now, right? I think about it now, like the difference between now and then was like, it's like night and day, which is like really sad. And like when I look at, dude, I don't know. Do you guys like Natlan? 'Cause when I looked at Natlan, I was like, damn. Like, where are we? I think like the problem with Natlan is that, like, what is it supposed to be, guys? Like, why does we got like motorcycles and shit, and like one of them is like a Ben 10 alien, and one of them is like a pixel guy, like is it like it's like an arcade, like something you guys like it's like the styles are like so different, and some of them like how can someone have a motorcycle? You know what I mean? Like how can somebody have a motorcycle? I just think it's like it doesn't know what it wants to be is the problem, right? And also like because when we first started the game as well, like there's a lot of world building, setting that was applied. Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna get to. Actually, Pac-Man, is I was talking about with like Shaq and people like that. Like, a lot of my like voice acting friends, is that when the game first started, right? When the game first began, it was very, very obvious that everyone was like, okay, Fontaine is the most advanced nation. And that's where they have camera. It's like, industrial stuff like steampunk. Like they have cameras and they have like, like machines. And like once we get to Fontaine, that's when like we'll like upgrade in tech and stuff. And like, okay, this is a camera. This is like it's one of those like black box cameras, like from like the, when cameras first came out, right? So you can tell like kind of where the tech is in the world, because everyone's like Fontaine is the most technologically advanced kingdom, or the society, and this is what they got. Like they have flying machines and they have trains and they have it's that industrial vibe, and you can tell because like fucking Mondstadt is nothing, right? And then like Japan is still, Inazuma is still like in the middle of nowhere. And then you get to Sumeru, and I'm like, Sumeru has fucking Google. Like, Sumeru has Wolfram Alpha. Like, isn't that more advanced than Fontaine? Like, everyone is just like the Akasha is like crazy. I was like, this is way. I'm like, you told me Fontaine was the most advanced sister kingdom, but like there's no way like machines beat fucking the archive of the fucking world. Like that's some crazy technology, right? And so I'm like, okay, so maybe Fontaine and like I mean obviously like the Akasha is magic, right? The Akasha is magic, so it's a little bit different, but like in a world where magic is alongside technology, you aren't the most advanced kingdom. You aren't the most advanced. You can't be Fontaine, the most advanced place, if you don't have like Magitech. Like, well, in my mind, to say you're the most advanced like city in Genshin in Teyvat, like you would have to also be like Hextech stuff. Like I expect Piltover. You know what I mean? Like in the height of Hextech. Like that's what I expect to be like most advanced. And like they also have Google. Like if you can't have Google, like then you're not as advanced as the network of the Akasha. And then I'm like, okay, so maybe they just like nobody knows about it. But it's like all the scholars know about it. So like if you were in Fontaine and you were anybody and you studied anything, you would know that Sumeru has Google. So I'm like, okay, so everyone knows, but like they haven't come up with something better. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, I'm like, okay, I guess, right? Whatever, we'll give it a pass. Even though Sumeru is my least favorite zone out of all the zones. And then Fontaine was pretty cool actually. I like Fontaine's story overall. Farina is like one of my favorite characters in the game. It's a low bar, but it's something. And then we get to oh my goodness, Martini. Thanks so much for the resub.
Welcome back. Happy New Year.
7 years.
Heart.
Thank you so much, Martini. 27 years. Yeah, I love Fontaine. I did really like thoroughly enjoy Fontaine's story. Minus Fermine. Fermine is my least favorite guy ever. Fermine is like shitty Kazuha, and I hate Kazuha. So like someone I hate more than Kazuha, like you did the impossible. I did see Capitan, the Capitano's face reveal. That guy's hot as shit, dude. Yeah, see him, dude. He's hot. Although right now he's like a skeleton. But yeah, Natlan, I was looking looking through like the window. You know that SpongeBob meme, which was like Squidward looking out the window at like SpongeBob and Patrick like running around having fun, and you can't have fun. Like I was like looking, I'm like Squidward. I'm like maybe it's gonna be better, right? And then I look at the designs, and I read the lore synopsis. And I got like really confused. I was like, so some people have like tech, they have like arcade machines, but they like literally electronics. I'm like, wait, so I was like, so Fontaine isn't the most advanced anymore? Like within the past like few months, Natlan got like modern technology. So what's happening? And then like that bitch has like an arcade little gremlin guy. What's his name? It's not electronic. It's Phlogiston. Whatever that means, right? I did read the lore about that as well. It was like, and then like one of them has a motorcycle, and then like, but it's not like real. But it looks like it's like designed like a motorcycle. The problem is it's designed like a modern motorcycle. Like it's not designed like if a magic motorcycle. It's designed like a real motorcycle. And like the flames come out the ends, there's like exhaust pipes. And then I read about this logistic, whatever the fuck it's called. And I got more confused. I'm like, so like they have this thing that like powers all their stuff. It's like a pylon from like StarCraft 2. I was like, okay, so it's powering all the stuff, but it only has like a certain range, so like people they're useless outside of Natlan. Like that's the part that pissed me the fuck off, right? Because like in Natlan, the mobility options that these guys have is insane. Like the bike can fly, and the one girl has a broom, like a magical sniper rifle that can fly. Fucking sniper rifle, by the way. Like, really? And then like one girl is like a cat, and she can like jump up the wall like forever. And the guy's like a hook shot. Like the mobility options are crazy, right? And then you get to it's a shotgun, okay? True. Sorry, I don't know the exact details. All I know is like from what I've seen from the trailers, like like one-offs, right? And like reading some stuff. But then it like doesn't work. The thing that like pissed me off was that it doesn't work outside of Natlan. Natlan lock movement is crazy because Natlan is like, in the grand scheme of the map, like when you look at how big Teyvat is, Natlan is like not even 10%. Natlan isn't even 10% of the final map. You know what I mean? Like there's so many zones and like extra zones. Like if you count all the underground stuff and you count all like the the Conrian stuff, and like Celestia once we get there as well. Like if you count like every single zone and all the maps, Natlan is like like not even 10% of the world. And I'm like, okay, so you can't use it. You can't use it for like majority of the world. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked. But hopefully, I mean, I hope the people who play Genshin still have fun with it, Like, I'm not gonna shit on Genshin like forever, right? I hope they have fun with it. Cause like I would hate if people did not have fun with it. So best to just like enjoy it while, you know, by yourself, right? I mean, for me personally, I will not probably not come back. It's sad because I was waiting for the SNES 9 guys. Like Capitano was one I was hoping for, like, you know, was gonna be a big muscle guy and with a big sword. Dude, I thought Capitano was gonna be like a Claymore user. I thought he was gonna be like when that trailer first came out, you know, when what's that bitch's name? Senora. When Senora like kicked the fucking bucket at the end of Inazuma spoiler for like a 5-year story, and like all the whole council was there, I thought Capitano was gonna be like a hulking 6-foot dude with like a claymore. Boy, was I fucking wrong, dude. Boy, was I fucking wrong. But I was excited for him too, right? And I was excited for what's the puppeteer girl as well. I don't remember her name. It's been too long. But the puppeteer girl, she has like a golem, like one of those, you know, the golem, you know, the punchy fist golems. I was like, okay, so she's gonna control like a huge dude. And I was excited for a huge dude. I just wanted a character that was like a different size than everybody else. You know what I mean? Dude, when he took the coat off, I was like, wait a second, he's so thin. What happened? What happened to him? No, I mean, it's okay. I just thought, like, you know, he's different than what I had initially thought, right? Which is fine. Welcome in, good to see you, Raider as well. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to the first stream of the year. First stream ever, by the way. Today's my debut stream. No one has seen it before. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm happy with the games I play right now. We're playing like 8 games right now, and it's gonna be probably like even more once Arknights Enfield comes out. Once Enfield comes out, we're gonna give it a try. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it per se. The problem is that it's also like one of those open world games as well. And so with Zenless, I mean, Zenless is like closed node based, but it's still like a lot of traveling and a lot of like, you know, manual work, which is it's hard because those games require like there's not as many places to tab out. If you watch me play like my 6 gotchas, like 8 gotchas, a lot of times when I tab out during animations and stuff, there's not as many animations to tab out for in those like in open world games. It's a little harder to play like multiple open world games at the same time, but I'm probably gonna stick with Infinity Nikki as well, for at least for a while. And then Zenless. I mean, Zenless is pretty fun so far, and I'm excited for the new story as well. I've heard people really enjoy the new story for Zenless, the Miyabi stuff. I'm excited to check that out as well. And then, dude, Chaos Zero Nightmare, I'll probably play as well. Luckily, that game seems to be like more honorable. But there's quite a bit of stuff we're taking on, plus like a new project and stuff. Very excited. And extensions to lore. So if you guys like lore and you guys like you know, extensions to the universe, I need to repost that the Legion like Wave 1 photo with like all of your OCs again, because I went through and cleared all my stuff and I have to like repost a lot of stuff. So that'll come as well. But lore stuff is coming as well. I'm working with Hina on something. Ooh, I'm very excited for what I'm working with Hina on. I love the Mualani and Kachina dynamics as well, big sister, little sister besties. I'll be honest, I don't know who's who. I showed my friends your guide to playing 20 billion guys. I want to ask if you're okay. I'm not okay. No. I'm certainly not okay. Yo, Rubber Ducky, let's go, dude. But yeah, there's some lore stuff coming out as well. And hopefully come February, we will have Ransom free as well. Hopefully Ransom will be free, and we can get to work on that 2.5. Dude, I hope to. I mean, I'm thinking maybe like, you know, it'll probably be like around the anniversary again. where we can reveal a lot of stuff, but hopefully for like Chinese New Year, I would like to reveal some stuff too. Because, I mean, guys, the new Chibi model is being worked on, by the way. That's an update. New Chibi stuff is being worked on. Very, very excited. Thank you to the peeps that funded the Chibi. A new old man is on the horizon. With this outfit. The new design. Plus, I think my designer is like doing another different outfit as well. Like a more old man fit. Like this one is kind of like, you know, a young man fit. Like how many old guys, you know, like show fucking tits, right? But I'm hoping to get like, you know, the new rigging and stuff. The 2.5 I'm really excited for. And the Chibi as well I'm really excited for. And also the new lore stuff. The new lore stuff involving, I think mostly Catherine, actually. That'd be exciting. Gonna give off Gil vibes? No, I don't give off Gil vibes, guys. I give off... At this point, I'm, you know... Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Himbo. I don't know, dude. I don't you have to be like, you know, like a certain kind of personality to be a himbo? I feel like I don't qualify. I don't qualify for that moniker. Maybe like the definition has changed since I last updated my vocabulary, but I don't think I applied for that pass. I don't have those rights. Like Himbo is like that new guy. Like Himbo's like that new dude. I mean, like not. I don't know anything about it personality wise. But Himbo is like that new guy from Mythos. Have you guys seen those guys? Dude, have you seen the new Mythos dudes? Motherfucker, guys. Holy shit. Sorry, pardon my language. Give me a second. Let me pull it up, man. And then their mixing is good too. Dude, let me tell you one thing, guys. Is what pisses me the fuck off. Okay? Nothing grinds my gears more. Nothing grinds my gears more than that era. I'm just gonna say it, man. That was like popularized by the Niji debuts. You know when Niji first came to NA and like it was like the characters and every character popped on the screen and they all had like their one-liner? Because you remember those trailers? But like they were all like mixed like dog shit. Nothing pissed me off more than like a well-mixed soundtrack and then the voice is like mixed so poorly. Like I like the idea of the catchphrase. I like those videos and I like the idea of them. But like the music was like really well mixed and then the actual like voice lines for some reason like it sounded like they all recorded like in their kidnapper's basement on like a lavalier across the room. Hey, good to see you, Locks. Welcome in. Mr. Shen is live. Mr. Shen is live. It's true. I was just shit-talking some mixing stuff. Locks, do you remember those trailers from like the beginning of the Niji days that were like mixed like dog shit? You know what I'm talking about? Dude, nothing pissed me off more than that shit, man. I remember like flaming those trailers with and they were so consistently. I was like, this must be on purpose. This must be on purpose. Because every trailer was mixed exactly the same. And nothing like grinded my gears more than that. Because the music was so good in the background. The OST in the back was so good. And then the voices were all like terribly mixed. But speaking of himbos, sorry, the reason we're even on this topic is because Mythos just teased their new wave. Their first wave of boys. Have you guys seen the boys? Sorry, this is the wrong screen. This is the right screen. Why am I so big, guys? Sorry. Didn't mean to be huge. Yeah, so I was wondering because so far, like all the gods, Mythos is doing like this like cool thing where like all the goddesses are, you know, dudes, and all the gods are girls. So like, you know, like Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, as well as like the new wave as well. What was it like? Hephaestus, Hermes, whatever. Like they're all girls, right? And so all the new wave is all guys. So like it's like a full gender bend. Like every god from Greek mythology is played by a girl, and then every goddess is played by a guy. So this wave that's just got teased, Artemis, Athena, and Aphrodite are all dudes. It's a cool game. It's a cool gimmick. It's a cool idea. But they just released this as well. I don't play attention to corpos. I mean, you know what? That's fair. We'll talk about more other corpo stuff soon as well, because I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about corpos, dude. Oh my god. But here's the trailer. Shut up. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was telling my audio to start.
It's been a millennium, and it seems the world has taken change. But this is nothing new to me.
Ooh.
No different than watching seasons pass. Yes. This world is merely a new hunting ground to master. And I will be the master of my own destiny. No matter what the tides of fate may bring, I am the moon.
I will say, like, this wave of dudes got some good designs.
Those who bear my mark, may your paths be illuminated in the dark.
I will say this wave of designs really good.
Now to find out what this new world has in store for me.
And the trailer is mixed, guys. The trailer, the music, and the voice, and it's mixed. There's a little bit extra, like maybe too much bass. I think there's a little too much compression on the on some of their voices. But overall, like,
My name is Pallas Athena.
I'm not
I've been
complaining.
hiding on Mount Olympus for quite a while now.
I will say their voice types are very similar.
A couple lifetimes at this point. But I've been watching you all playing games in arcades and sipping coffee in bookshops. And you know what? I'm starting to get jealous.
But I will say, I think this wave like has much more
I guess
cohesion.
it's my turn to step out of the shadows. See you there.
But like you can tell that it's like at least EQ'd, and you know what I mean? Like you can hear the EQ. You can hear that there is some processing that happened, which is like more than I can say for a lot of these debut trailers. So I'm like, the bar is low, so color me impressed.
This whole world is seeking love, lost to indifference. There is one God who will rise among the rest, embodying desire, charming hearts, and igniting the flames of passion. Oh, they are not ready for this.
This is the himbo, guys. If you're thinking himbo, like this is a himbo, okay?
I have one
This is the reason we're watching it, actually, because this is the himbo of all time.
Look but don't touch, okay? A date? Only if you're paying. I don't have my wallet. Or like
He's begging to be
money
bullied.
at all, actually. You know what? Let's just skip the fancy dinner. The bowling alley is way too noisy, and mini golf takes forever. So let's just crash back at my pad. Just you and me.
Art Bass, sorry.
Now that we've
Yeah.
got that figured out, I've got a question for you. What the hell is a VTuber?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not for everybody, right? Obviously, that's the point of the wave too, right? you make many people and you see who sticks. Anyway, the point was just to show off what a himbo looks like. I don't think I fall under that description. Yeah. I mean, whether you like them or not, I don't know like who they are, so I cannot say for myself either. Like maybe if I watch them, my opinion will change. So far, I think Artemis's design is my fave. The other ones are a little bit much for me, for my personal taste, right? But I mean, you know, they're not made for me. I'm not the target audience of that male wave anyway, so. We're so back. But yeah, dude, new corpo stuff. New corpo stuff. Oh, I hope they do well, man. I hope. Whenever I see anyone like entering a corpo, I'm like, I hope they do well. I can live vicariously through them. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. It would take us. It would take a very specific. It'd be a very specific type of corpo, environment, and brand, and whatever to take me. I'd like not to say I'm a brand risk. I'm not a brand risk per se, but I'm not an idol, guys. I won't lie to you. Maybe it's the shocker. I like the design of the first one because he has a cool like identity. I'm not for like twinks or anything either. Couldn't I handle you? I mean, I could not handle it. It's actually the other way around. It's the other way around is that it would be harder actually for me because I don't answer well to authority. Whoops. My bad. It would require a lot from me, you know what I mean? More so than the other way around. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Although I will say, like, close. I don't know if you guys like pay attention to all the corpo stuff. I know someone in the chat was like, I don't pay attention to corpos. I'm like, deservedly so and good. There's been a lot of stuff, guys, about quote unquote corpos like going crazy. By the way, Chad and Lazy. Hey, look, dude, Chad and Lazy. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Y'all are cool as fuck. Thank you. But yeah, a lot of corpos. I will say, I think a wake-up call for a lot of corpos. Like nearing the end of this year. Did you guys see like the two that went like completely? It was back to back. Two corpos went completely under. Which, goes to show, man. Goes to show shit is hard as fuck. I don't know what the. I don't want to say I could do it better, but I think the bar is kind of low. But there was this one that actually my friend Aqua was in it. Aqua was in this corpo, and the corpo went like completely under. Everyone left like max exodus. Fucking crazy. And it was because the CEO like was an insane person and like lied about like stuff. They lied about having stuff ready. Like, isn't that insane? They were like, yeah, I got like a slot for this artist and I got like whatever. Dude, nuts crazy. Core mentality is interesting. I'm not sure they get more indies who support each other. Not sure they get more than indies. That's the thing, right? It's like, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting because, like, in theory, right? In theory, it should be a good idea. In theory. But in execution, it's not so. Because I feel like a lot of the corpos, like, miss the mark of what I think would be smart and what like needs to happen in order to see the corpos like the talents rise, which is the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem. is that. And then another one just went under like the other day as well, like literally like 2 days ago. Was it Bond Live as well? I haven't read about that one either. I haven't read about that one like in detail yet. Since it just happened, but I kind of don't want to. Maybe I'll just like stay. I think I'm just gonna stay out of it, guys, because it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like ooh, it would end in a calm and peaceful resolution. Yeah, I mean, like, granted, I think the main issue is that, like, not the issue per se. Like, obviously, like, you know, a lot of these companies aren't like talent first, or like, you know, like they're not like specifically like agencies or like agency purpose. I think like the kind of management that people need, that content creators need, are not obtainable through like agencies. Like what they're looking for is like talent management, like from a normal talent agency, and not like a VTuber corpo. Because VTuber corpo doesn't do the stuff that you think like you would expect from a talent agency. Like if you think like actor talent agency, that's not what you're getting. You're not getting an actor talent agency. You're getting like a company tag, basically. And they handle like a lot of the stuff. They handle some of the stuff, but like not the same, like not the kind of stuff I think like a content creator like struggles with. You know what I mean? Like I think content creators mostly struggle with things that are not provided by a corpo, which is fine. But I think a lot of people go into corpo thinking, like myself included, when I first became a VTuber and I was like looking at agencies and stuff like that, there weren't many options per se, but there were a few. And I was looking into these agencies. I'm like, okay, like this is what I need, like XYZ, and they were like VTuber corpos provided like ABC. You know what I mean? Like the opposite end of the spectrum. Yeah, like connections and merchant stuff and like all that kind of stuff. Like you can do by yourself. Like obviously it's a lot of work, right? But it's possible for sure. But some things like a talent agency does that like a VTuber corpo does not do. And I think the talent agency, you know, does things that like would be most beneficial to like a VTuber talent. I mean, granted, like I think most people don't even need a manager. Like I for myself, I think only like at the end of this year, after like 3 years, but has it been 3 years already, guys? How many years has it been? 3. Let's just say 3 years. At the end of my the year 3 is when I first was like, okay, like there are things that I think a manager could do. Up until that point, I had like no need for a manager. Only like at the end of year 3, I'm like, okay, maybe like it would be beneficial. You know what I mean? So like most VTubers don't even need a manager. They really don't. And like they don't need like connections, or they need connections, but they don't need like merch or anything like that either. And so like it's like what a VTuber agency can give you is like not what you need. And I think a lot of people like are hoping for that, and they're like they get it and they're like, wait a second, that's not what they give me. And they're like baffled, and then shit goes under. Like management's bad, you know, because I feel like a lot of these like pop up, like I don't want to call them like indie corpo, but it's more so like small startup corpos, right? A lot of these small startup corpos that have been popular this year and popular like all of 2023 and 2024 that are starting to like go under now. All these startup corpos don't really put a lot of like emphasis on management. I feel like that's like a very common thing across all. Have you seen Epic? I actually have not seen all of Epic the Musical. I know someone did like an animated version as well. I might end up watching it like, you know, one of these days. I'm not sure like if I can watch it on stream though. So I might have to just watch it on my own time. I mean, it's the Odyssey, so dude, I love the Odyssey. I love Odysseus. I love Hags. I love Limbus Company. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? That's just the way it is. But hopefully they do well. Hopefully, Mythos seems to be like a little bit different as well. So hopefully they do well. And if for anyone who does join an agency, I'm like, hopefully all things end well. Like, I don't necessarily, like, you know, think you need to pop off or anything, as long as like you're not like suffering day in day out. Because like at that point you just be indie, right? I feel like if you join a corpo and you suffer all day and all night, like you at that point you might as well have just been an indie. Yeah? Man. What a time to be alive. Dude, all that shit happened too, like while I was dead. Like I was watching all that shit happen, like from my deathbed. I was like lying in bed, I'm like, I can't fucking move. And then like the world is on fire. That's me. I wish everyone the best. I wish everyone the best, man. I wish everyone the fucking best. That's it. It's just that easy. Ain't hard. In fact, very simple. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be back. Very happy to be back live and like seeing people again. So I'll be honest, I was like dying. Dude, it was weird taking a break, man. It was weird taking a break from all the stuff. First time in forever, right? That I had a real break. Because usually I just work on my break. But this time I was so dead, I physically like was not able to do anything. And so I just like laid in bed and watched anime for like a week. And dude, I'm surprised at it's surprising how much anime you can watch if that's all you do. If all you do is watch anime, you can get through a surprise amount of anime. Granted, I didn't want to watch anything like real. Do you know what I mean? That's like the dilemma as well, though, right? It's like when you're sick. When I'm sick, at least, like when I was sick, I should say, a week ago, I was like, maybe I should catch up on some anime stuff, but I didn't want to watch like real anime. Like the one chance I had to like just, you know, take a break and take some time off. I mean, I don't want to watch real anime because I can't provide my full like attention, you know, because I'm like in and out of consciousness. And so I can't exist. Sorry, someone messaged me just now. And so I just watched trash. I just sort of watched trash for a week straight. Like, so much isekai shit. Like, oh god, I watched like 4 isekai. I finished season 2 of Mushoku Tensei. Dude, this shit is shameless. I watched Solo Leveling. That shit is fucking shameless. I read Solo Leveling, but I never really watched it. I mean, you know, I had to watch it in English though because of my boy Alex Lee. You gotta watch for Alex Lee, man. Dude, Alex Lee is in like a surprising number of like trash isekai. Like so much, dude. So much trash isekai. And I heard, you know, I heard Jonah in a few of them too. Jonah was in a few of them as well. It's a good time. A lot of stuff, man. A lot of your friends. Yeah, hearing your friends like in the works is nice. I was considering watching the one that Christian was in, but it looked a little bit too trashy for me. what was it called? The World's Finest Assassin. That's the one where he's the main. He's the lead. I was like, I should probably finish like watch it in English, but I didn't have it in me. After watching Mushoku Tensei, and you know what? You know what, man? Yeah. I get it. I understand completely. I was like, dude, what are you gonna watch? What are you gonna watch a fucking shit about the erectile dysfunction for? And you know what? After watching, I understand. Empty the Slime movie is better than Tensei. It's different, right? Mushoku Tensei is not about like. Mushoku Tensei is like, if you are, how do I say this? If you are a certain kind of person, or like you're at a certain point in your life, it will affect you more. Because like the focus is on like, like family and on like opportunity. It's on like doing stuff and like not being idle and whatever. And so if you are in a certain part of your life, definitely, for sure. Hold on, this guy. I gotta reply this real fast. Give me one moment, guys. Give me 1 second. Give one moment. I gotta flame somebody. Ooh, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna fucking flame this dude. God damn, dude. You can't have shit these days, you know? You can't have shit these days without some guy like saying some stupid shit. Ooh, I'm gonna get his ass. Hold on, I'll let you guys know in a second. I'll let you guys know in a minute here. Why would you? Sorry, it's about fucking. I mean, obviously, I'm playing something about Limbus Company. Sorry, guys. Obviously, I'm playing something about Limbus Company. Dude. Let's go back to limits. Sorry. It's true. It's so. I just have to get it. I just have to like get it out there. Otherwise, I'm gonna like blow my fucking gasket. They get what they get, man. They get what they get. They get what they get. Okay, sorry guys. I just had to... Dude, I posted a fucking video analyzing some units from the new stuff. And I made a comment like halfway through the video. I was like, this is like good, but like not crazy. And I said it in the video that most of them don't even use self-tremor that much. It was about self-fucking-tremor, guys. It was like a mechanic that like exists on some of the units. On half of a team of 6 units, okay? 3 of the units do use it, but like they don't really even use it that much, except for maybe like 1 or 2 of the characters. And the guy's like, excuse me? Look at all these characters that use. I'm like, dude, literally none. Literally, like, it matters on like 2 of them. And like not even that much. Like the one, the passive was like 1 extra skill count, 1 extra count gain on a skill usage. Like in the specific scenario where like this apply, I'm like, this doesn't even matter. Like it's nothing to write home about. Like who gives a fuck? And like half of those guys aren't even counted. Like I would never use those units above the units that I have anyway. I don't know, dude. It's one of those things where it's like you're arguing about something that doesn't matter because it would never apply. You know what I mean? It's like one of those mechanics that like it does exist, but it would never activate anyway. Like I'm never using like half the units this guy's naming. Like he's like, oh, both of these guys from like this group has it, and this other guy has it, and then like basically name like 8 units, or like 5 units, and I'm like, literally half of those never. Half those like don't even see the light of day. Like they're on my bench forever. Like they're literally only there for their passive ability, and so it doesn't matter if they can use the mechanic if they never get to be used. I don't know. Sorry, I wasn't gonna respond, but I read it. Like I accidentally read it, and I'm like, if I don't reply, if I don't like fucking sick myself on this guy, I would like blow my gasket. I would just be like in a sour mood the entire time, like thinking about how to roast this guy. And it wasn't even like, dude, it was one of those actually comments, right? That didn't watch the rest of the video. It was like, they're like, at this you said this, excuse me, and I'm like, did you watch like literally the next like 4 seconds? Because I said no one uses self tremor, right? And the explanation is that no one that I use. In the next like following moments, I was like, some do, but he can see my team and I don't use the units that use it, so it doesn't matter. And so I'm like, where's the part where you watch the rest of the video? Free me from this suffering. Free me from lack of momentary thinking, only to bust your load in my comment section. If you watch like 3 extra seconds, half of your point goes out the window, and then the other half of your point was made moot point. You know, it's like, listen guys, imagine I drink almond milk or like almond beverage. Okay? And I was like, listen guys, I like almond beverage, but I would not try any other the other beverages, like not in my interest, right? I don't have it in my house. I don't have a use for it. And they're like, well, did you ever consider milk? And I'm like, what? Like, does it matter? Like the benefits of milk is that it's, you know, like this is the vitamins you get and whatever. I'm like, does it matter if I never drink milk? Like I don't buy milk. It exists. I acknowledge that it exists, but it'll never happen. A guy is arguing in my comments about a hypothetical me that doesn't exist. And I was like, hopefully maybe I'll just ban you from this channel. Maybe I will just simply ban you. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But yeah, I read the comments. He has a personal affront. Dude, the guy literally I guess he's like the Tremor poster boy. He just loves Tremor teams so much. I wouldn't be as heated if it wasn't about Limbus Company. But I've learned from my time, like, making stuff about Limbus Company, that motherfuckers can't read. Some other, like, if it wasn't literally my favorite gacha, or just like game in general, if it wasn't my favorite game in general, like even outside of gacha, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't give a fuck. But I have a personal passion for this game, so I apologize. I apologize for like just sitting there and just typing for like 10 minutes. But if I did not do it, I would literally just like kill somebody. But the guy, like, he had an issue with me saying some shit about a non-issue. I was like, literally a non-issue. I acknowledge what the issue is, and it's not an issue because they don't ever apply. Like, fucking guys arguing that like Yuridivi Ryoshu would use it, and I'm like, who the fuck gives a shit about a character that everyone says is dog shit? Like, if you mention this guy anywhere else, they'll be like, why are you using this unit? And then all of a sudden, I don't mention him, and, you know, it's end of the fucking world. How dare you not mention my queen? And I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Ah. Dude, if you went to anyone else's comment section and you were like, you should use Yuridivi Ryoshu, they'd be like, are you fucking insane? And I'm like, so I acknowledge that this character is not used, and they're like, how dare you? That's my wife. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if that's your wife. She doesn't have a chapter yet. She speaks in acronyms. She has less lines than the girl who is lobotomized. There's our bus driver, there's a character who drives our bus, and she's like lobotomized, and she has like more lines than this main character. But I didn't mention her, so it's the end of the world. Trickle thing out the window. Dude, I'm sorry. Oh god, I was like, the part of me is like, damn, that's funny as fuck that you'd like go to the lengths. But it just like, my point was that it's like, it's a gravy passive. It's a good passive to have. It's good. It works. There's good stuff that comes out of it. It's just that it's not like a. The video was like, should you spend your currency on this whatever? I'm like, it doesn't break the game. I gave it a fucking 8 out of 10. I was like, damn, not enough for you. Not enough for you guys, man. Not enough praise for your favorite new ego. I got an 8 out of 10. Dude, 10 out of 10 is fucking Fluid Sack. Fluid Sack is the strongest fucking ego in the game. Bar none. And if Fluid Sack to 10, I'm like, this is an 8. You know, this is a really great, you know, whatever, but not necessary. You don't need it. It's okay. Unlike Fluid Sack, which you need. Oh, God. Me when. It's a good, dude, it's really good. I literally spent 10 minutes praising it. I literally could not have praised it more, actually. I get to see Understand, welcome in. Oh, that shit's so funny, dude. But yeah, I wanted to do a quick little thing today. With a notepad. Quick little thing with a notepad. Which is the resolution stuff. I wanted to write some New Year's resolutions. And you know, it will be a little bit different than I think most people. I think a lot of people do like New Year's resolutions. They're like, okay, you know, like this is the goal I want to hit. I want to do like this XYZ thing. Like specific numbers and whatever. I don't have like specific numbers, guys. When I write these things, it's mainly like very loose goals, I would say. As opposed to like, oh, I want to hit like X number of followers or subs, whatever. Like, that doesn't matter to me. Like, really? Realistically, it doesn't matter to me, like, at all. That was good. Yeah. Hey, good to see you. Are you putting chat through a boot camp that was get fit and lose weight? I mean, I'll be honest, doing Ring Fit is not like my, or like, you know, like those kind of streams is not like not my purview, not my like main goal per se, but it's like the kind of, so like if you were to look at people's resolutions and be like, okay, like hit like whatever K followers or whatever, like that's not like my, like those numbers are cool, but like not really like what I care about. You know what I mean? Like they're really nice. Like obviously they're nice, right? And it's like we'll always acknowledge them because it is like the blessing to me from the viewers, the audience. But it's not like I don't like care to specifically hit a specific number. You know what I mean? And so like those goals like don't speak to me. Like they don't feel like tangible goals. You know what I mean? Because like you never know what's gonna happen. So like to be like, oh, I want to hit X. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like it's like that's not like a goal that is reachable. Like the steps to reaching that goal is not, for one, it's not clear. For two, it's not like you're like, how many steps do you need, right? And it's like, is that gonna get it? It's like, for instance, right? It's like if my goal is to make a sandwich, right? Like you get bread, you get meat, you get vegetables, you get sauce, and then you can like, and then like you assemble sandwich, and that's done. Like if your goal is like reach like X amount of subs, Like, what is your steps to doing that, right? Like, you might as well just list everything else instead, right? But this year, goal number 1 is to make a demo reel. I've been putting this off. My last demo reel is about like 6-7 years old at this point. So, yeah, maybe like half a decade. My last demo is half a decade old. And so I need an update because I don't sound anything. I don't sound anything like I did like half a decade ago. The improvement wise, like in terms of acting chops, in terms of like, you know, like choices, in terms of like vocal consistency, like everything is completely different. Dude, I don't even sound the same as I did when I started streaming. If you watch like my old VODs, there's some that are still up somewhere in the ether. Someone has them uploaded. I hid them all because I'm, you know, that kind of guy, but there's still some up on the YouTube and stuff. Even like going back to like the original YouTube videos from like years ago, you can still tell. But even like in the past few years, like it's been different. And so, like, imagine me from like 6 years ago. The difference is going to be large. Honestly, it's been good though. You know what's crazy? Like, all things considered, it's been good. Streaming has like really helped my acting stuff actually. Even though I feel like streaming in general doesn't like they say VTubing is like acting, but realistically, like I don't really do much different than just myself. You know what I mean? So it's not really acting. Prepubescent. Before the voice break, it's true. But yeah. Is this a lo-fi version of Lazy? It totally is. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah. I will say, like, streaming has helped with a lot of stuff, even though like it doesn't help with acting at all. People say it's acting, it's not like the same as acting. But it's like more like improv stuff, right? And more like learning how to make a choice within a second and then like living with it. Living with the choice you've made a second ago. Because once you like that's the main issue that I had as well for like, you know, for overall acting. It's like, you know, a lot of actors like get in their head for too long, and then they make a choice and they get stuck in a choice and they like beat themselves up about it. It's like, but when you stream, it's like it's over. You know, once you say some shit, it's over. It's done. And so you got like seconds to think, like milliseconds to think, and then you say it and you're like, okay, it's done. Granted, most streamers probably don't think before they speak. I could never do that. It would scare the shit out of me. Hey, good to see you, Rod. Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, number 1 is gonna make a demo reel, which will involve scripting, which will involve recording, obviously, and then I'm probably gonna look for somebody. Excuse me. To mix and master, because granted I could do this myself as well. I could be my own mixing master guy, but I don't want to. And I think like somebody else would do way better than me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously no one can record for me, and I could get someone to script for me as well. But I think I could do that myself as well, and like I have friends that can help me script as well. Yo!
Hello everyone, Leisure Wave Slide and Happy New Year's to cheer.
Yo, thank you so much, Trini. I appreciate you. Thank you for the resub for almost 30 years straight. That's insane. But yeah, like I can script, and I have friends that can help me script, and then like no one can record for me. So this is like must be done by me. But I think like my mixing and mastering skill is like there are people who are like way better than me, and so like this is like out of the 3 components, this is the part that I lack the most, and so for the best, we get some other guy on it, right? But yeah, get a new demo reel. It's gonna be out. Someone asked me if I was gonna like show it. I'm still trying to think. This is one of those where it's gonna be hard because unlike some voice actor VTubers, I'm looking at like Alejandro and like Jonah and like even Hayden as well. Those VTuber voice actors, these motherfuckers, affectionately, obviously, they have both of their shit out in the open. You know what I mean? Like their demo is tied to their like acting stuff is tied to their real person. Their like flesh person. Nasty way to describe it, I know. Whereas I don't openly talk about the other stuff, right? And so I'm still debating on whether or not I'll like show it off here. Like maybe I'll make it just like use this name. You know what I mean? And just like handle, because you can still handle like legally use your legal name and whatever, and then just use your just display name is different. Because obviously, an example of this is like Lily Pichu, who has a name and people know her name, but she still like displays as Lily Pichu on a lot of credits. Still possible. Still definitely possible. Yeah. Keep it separate. I mean, it's just like a personal preference, right? Like it doesn't matter that much to me personally, as it does for some people, but I would like to keep it separate. Just because it's like compartmentalized. Okay, next. Other than making a demo, I want to expand on the lore, starting with Catherine. World setting, etc. Been seeing our true Oshi Catherine. It's true. I've been seeing some people have like mascots and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I think like a chibi mascot is cute, and I might still end up getting like an animal as well, like mascot animal. I still like want one as well, but I think like for the most part, like what I want the most is, dude, have you seen those streams where like a guy, like when TTS comes in, like a guy comes into the TTS? You know what I mean? Yeah, Chat doesn't have a mask. I mean, Chat is like different, right? Like in our world setting, like every viewer is like their own thing. Like that's why we have the Legion Sona stuff. Legion Sona is kind of like the chat's whatever. Like every chat is different, right? So I don't see like a chat being like a mask. Like like how like a lot of people have like a lot of YouTubers have like an animal or whatever, and they're all like. All chat members like that animal or whatever. Like for instance, like Cinder has like Pyro Pups and whatever. I don't see chat like the same way, So that's why we have like Legion Sona stuff. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, everybody is like a person. You know what I mean? And so it makes more sense to me. I mean, I guess it's stupid to say out loud, be like, oh, everyone's a person. Like, obviously everyone's a person. No, I mean like in my mind, right? I like being chat, that's fair. I mean, you can choose what you want to be, right? That's options. If you want to be like a cute little whatever, like I'm gonna make a cute little whatever, right? Chat gets to be people, which is rare. Is that true? I mean, if you don't want to, if you don't want to be person, if you just want to be chat, that's completely fine, right? All good. You can be that cute animal mascot when it comes out. But I want to build upon that stuff. I feel like that's like the part I've been lacking. Because like originally I started doing VTubing stuff for the lore stuff. For lore, for like writing documents, or building upon like the world setting. I feel like I've been like, you know, kind of on the wayside for a little while now. And so I would like to get back to it. And comes with designing some stuff. Catherine's design is in the works for sure. I've been through so many iterations of Catherine's design, and we're like, no, I'm like not happy. And every like few months, you know, it changes. The preference, like what I think should be, it changes. Like fuck, you know. But we're getting there for sure. And then mascot stuff. I'm probably gonna work with. I want to work with what's their name? Braggy, who did like some he does like a lot of mascot work and does like some animation stuff as well. They're like a cute little something or whatever. But yeah, more lore stuff is what I want to make. The Catherine verse. They're just a bunch, yeah, just like I can't decide on one, so you just make a bunch, like 70 of them. I mean, it might end up being the case, actually. That might end up being the case. And like also like it's nice because I'm gonna say this even though like I haven't thought about exactly what I want to say yet, but it's nice to have like a female, a feminine persona in the universe that I can like do, like I can like get art of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you guys, but most, like 95% of artists don't draw guys. And out of like the 5% that do, like 2% of that 5% draw guys the way I want to be drawn. But I don't want to gender bend the character. I don't want to gender bend this persona. So it's nice to have, yeah, it's nice to have cute girl I can get art of. And that's my main motivation, guys. I'll be honest, it doesn't run that deep. A lot of my motivation is like I just thought it was cool, you know. Like if I make something, I'm like I thought it was cool. If I make this persona for Catherine, I just thought it was cool. Also, she could be my like TTS mascot. This a lack of guy, yeah, there is, right? I think also it's like the type of people that draw guys like have a certain way. Like a lot of artists that draw guys either like draw them super hyper muscular or draw them like femboys. The middle section is like a nebulous region that many people don't draw for. It really is like, I mean, like granted there's like a good amount of visual novels that have Ikemen. It's just like for the most part, in terms of like artists that will draw for you on commission that aren't like $5 billion minimum. Yeah. Look, it's surprising too because Otome games are so popular. You know? Like so many fan bases are just like propped up on like girls who love like hot boys. But it's like, you know, it's interesting, but it's because it's only within those like fan bases, really. Like for some reason, like that support doesn't like cross over to the major market, and like the amount of people who draw guys like Ikemen doesn't increase. Like, it's interesting because like when you think about it, right? Like, what's the most popular gacha? Like, top 3 most popular gacha right now? Top 3 most popular gacha right now is Love and Deep Space. And those are like, not like, you know, those aren't femboys. And they're not like hulking dudes either. But there's a distinct lack of still in that art department. Instead of some art that isn't, yeah, as well as that, yes. I mean, I enjoy, you know, suggestive pieces, but I think like a majority of people who draw guys like draw hardcore porn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for hardcore porn. I think some suggestive energy is cool, but I'm not looking for straight up, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to censor the image. Like, that will be for a separate, you know, like a separate channel or a separate account entirely. Like, if I was gonna get porn, I'd just make a new account and then keep all the porn on a different account. But that's like my main motivation to get Catherine to be like a, you know, a persona, is to also get art of this character. It is just easier too. We have like many more options. I keep seeing like the artwork. I mean, granted it's lewd art, okay? Granted it's lewd art, but I keep seeing the lewd art that Cinder gets from Doggo, from GD, and I'm like, damn. Like, wish I had a girl mascot I could get art of. Like, not necessarily lewd per se, but like good, really great renders of. That's the plan. So yeah, lore expansion stuff is coming this year. At Breaking starting, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But yeah, we're here, guys. We're so back. Good to see you, Angel, by the way. Good to see you. Good to have you. Welcome in, welcome in. Where was I? People ads. People sub. Thank you. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Yo, Martini, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you so much for the gifted. I really appreciate it. Aru has been freed. Hey, man, thank you so much for dropping by as well. Welcome in. Dude, I was talking about... Oh, dude, I don't know if you guys saw that. Can you confirm? I don't know if, like, Martini, you've ever seen it, or if you ever gotten the notification, but somebody tweeted out that they're like, I got this notif that was like, your, like, Twitch is like, your gift sub badge is gonna expire. Or whatever. You gift a sub to like re-enable it or whatever. I don't know if like that's a real thing. But I was like pissed off, dude. I was like fucking pissed. I'm like, dude, people like, it's like the generosity of people, man. I tweeted out, I was like, damn, Twitch, this is a fucked up thing to do. Because usually I don't tweet out like that kind of stuff, like specifically bashing somebody. But I was like, damn, Twitch, like that's fucked up. Like people, yeah, dude. People like, it's the generosity of the people to give subs. And so like how they at least, you know, should be able to flaunt the badge for it. But it's like there's like some FOMO, whatever the fuck, if you don't use it often enough. Yeah, dude. Piss me the fuck off, dude. I've never used it ever. Yeah, man. You don't have to. I like whether or not you use it, right? It's like whether or not people decide to use it, I think it's just like on principle to be like, hey, by the way, you should give another sub. I'm like, damn, you fucking ass. You fucking bitch ass company. Granted, you know, I'm not being. I don't want to be like a sound ungrateful. Obviously, Twitch has done stuff for me too, but I just think the people deserve what they deserve. I don't know if they read the feedback. I won't lie to you. I don't know if they actually read the feedback. So I don't know if sending in feedback actually matters. Okay, what else do I want to do? Okay, sometimes I get overzealous. I want to release one original song. Probably gonna be a rap, obviously. A lot of times I get overzealous. And I think like a lot of the problem is, like maybe I'll release more than one, but the problem is we're just gonna start with one. This year. I haven't released one for like 2 years now. And I kinda wanna do it again. But a lot of times, you know, I'm like, I want to make more than one. I want to make like 2 or 3. And then like I try to write like the 2 or 3 and it's like, it's you know, it's like so much. So I'm just going to start with one. And then we'll go from there. I am working on singing like behind the scenes, but I'm not confident enough in my singing yet to like do a song. Maybe like I'll have like a part where I could do a chorus, a hook or something like shorter, but not a full song yet, you know. It's one of those things that you work towards, right? Training wise. A butter rap is maybe I'll do like a joke song. I do think joke songs are easier as well, like to do. Because like, you can just say whatever. You don't have to worry about like it sounding all right. Like you could like, it's interesting because like you can break convention with joke song. Like joke songs don't have to even fucking rhyme. You don't have to be on beat. Like if you made a real song and it was like off beat and it was like shit don't rhyme and the shit don't like flow, like no one's gonna listen to that shit, right? But if it's like a joke song and it's ass, like it's even better. You know what I mean? So it's nice to like break convention every once in a while. Liberating for sure. But we're gonna start with one. We're just gonna start with one because I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to aim to a point because it's like for one, right? It's like it is New Year's resolution, whatever. It's like goals you want to set, but they gotta be like obtainable, right? And like maybe 2 or 3 actually is obtainable, but I'd rather like hit the first goal and then be like, okay, let's go like middle of the year, make a new goal, right? I'd rather be like, okay, like let's aim for one song by the end of the year. And then let's say in April, I actually made the song already. Then I'm like, okay, now I have like 8 more months to make another fuck up a line, it's okay. And you know, it's more so like for playing around. Like those dub sessions are like for playing around, right? Like people talk over each other sometimes, and like you don't always get the line exactly right. But I want to like take on a dubbing project that is like more like fully serious. The last time I did one of those that is fully serious was the voice pack that I did like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. It's been a hot second. It's been a hot second since I did one of those. But the couples day voice pack I did with like Hiragi Yu, and like that was back when, dude, I was looking back on the voice pack and like everyone has graduated, dude. Like Eyes is gone, and Lex is still here kind of, but Eyes is graduated and Lex is graduated, and Yami also is like kind of graduated. It's just me and Hiragi Yu left. Dude, it's been a second, man. It's like a fucking graveyard voice pack, dude. Fucking full on. Oh shit. Yeah, he streams once in a blue moon for sure. I'm trying to get him for something, but it's hard to schedule around him. And also, like, it's hard to like know as well, because I usually plan like based on, maybe I'll do like more lobbies. I'll do more lobbies that are bigger so that I can actually like invite him to stuff. Because it's like, for smaller collabs, it's a little bit harder to do like, to invite people that don't know each other. You know, it's like if I invite Lex, the other 2 members in a 4-party collab or a 4-man collab will probably also need to know Lex. Whereas if I play something like Death Note, only like a few people need to know Lex. And so it's easier to chain people together that way. So it's like, for instance, that Death Note collab that I made the other day with like, you know, like CC, Saikuno, you know, a bunch of other people as well. And like Raiso was there, but like Raiso only knew like one person, and like, you know, the Run It Back squad with like Kappa, Scar, like they all know each other, like kind of, so it's like a chain, right? Whereas, and like San, like, so it's like, you know, Kappa like knows San, and then San knows like me, and then like, you know, like some people know, it's easier that way with a big lobby. So that's like part of the hard part as well. It's harder to get a collab going when like I know, like if I know you only like talk to like 2 people, because then it's like if I don't talk to those 2 people, then I'm like, I can't invite them. Speaking of collabs though, but yeah, one dub project like fully serious. I don't know how big it's gonna be yet. I don't know. Maybe it's a voice pack, maybe it's something else. But I would like to do like a fully serious dubbed project where I cast, where I direct, and maybe I mix and master, depending on like, you know, who's available and how much like, you know, budget I can spare to mix and master it. Like I miss it, man. I'm like, when you're in the thick of it by KSI, when you're in the thick of it and you're working on it, you're like, damn, I fucking hate directing. I hate chasing motherfuckers for lines. Nothing pisses me off more than like needing people to do pickups. Like, oh, like, can I just get like you to redo the line? And then like it takes like a week or whatever. Like that shit piss me off. Obviously, like I do the same thing too. Like when you're the actor, it's very common to happen. And when I'm the actor, I also sometimes take like a week or so to redo a line. But when you're the director, it's like, why the fuck does it not? You know, it's like suddenly like the hats, like you're wearing a different hat, and you're a different beast. Like when I'm an actor, I'm like, damn, I could do this. Like 1 week's time is reasonable. When I'm a director, I'm like, fucking 2 days is reasonable. I become like a demon. So like when I'm in the thick of it, I'm like, damn, this shit sucks. But then afterwards, you're like, wow, that was really good. You know, like, I want to do it again. So I want to do it again. Number 5. Speaking of collabs, I'm gonna set a realistic goal Okay? I'm gonna set a realistic goal. One collab hosted by me every 2 weeks. Which is much more realistic than every week. Because if you do every week, then you're like always on the, hosting. I mean, as in like I'm the one who organizes it. I'm the one who organizes hosted means like organized by me, which also means like, like if somebody is like, oh, I want to do this, right? And I do the organizing, it still counts as like by me. Like if it's like, if I have like one person in mind and like, I make like a group of people, like that's also like, how do I say this? It's like, I don't think necessarily like the hosting part is the hard part. I think the hard part is hosting it every week. And so I think to do it every other week will be easier. What is it, 52 weeks in a year? So like 25, 26. And obviously I'll still be in like weekly stuff, right? So like I'll still be in IDV Monday. And I'll still be in Shadows of Velda, and they don't count. Those two don't count because like I don't plan anything. I literally wake up the day of and I'm like, are we doing it? And then like somebody else handles all the logistics. We are so back. Welcome in. Good to see you. They're gonna say once a quarter. I mean, once a quarter would mean 4 collabs a year. I want to be a little bit more active for sure. I think like I spent a lot of last year like just like permitting myself, which is like funny because I spent 2023 also like hyper hermiting. But I tried at the beginning of 2024 to like exist, to like get my bearings back again, because a lot of VTubers started existing in 2023, and a lot of VTubers that I knew stopped existing in 2024. And so like getting back of it into like VTubing, like talking to people was like kind of difficult. And also like some of the people that I talked, dude, 2024 was like the year of, I don't want to sound bitchly, but 2024 was like the year of like trying to get back into it, and then like remembering why I stopped. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try, and then like you get burned again. You're like, shit. But I will say over the course of 2024, like it's gotten like better per se. And so 2025, it's probably a little bit harder, And obviously sometimes like, the plan will fall through. This is gonna be like, it's kind of like a soft goal per se, but it's more so like, this is like to hold myself to a degree. It's like maybe I don't do a club every 2 weeks. Or should I say I don't host a club every 2 weeks. But I will try to make it happen every 2 weeks. That's the goal. The goal is I'm going to try to make it happen every other week. Because usually it takes a week to plan, right? So it's like if I plan for a week and then do 1 week, and then I can take a week off. Because like the hard part about hosting collabs really is that you need to like plan throughout the week and like discuss throughout a week before the next week comes. Because a lot of YouTubers like need like a week or more of notice. And so let's say like for the month of January, right? Let's say for the month of January, so this is a Wednesday. Like if I wanted to do a collab next week, I would have already started talking to people on Monday. All throughout Monday to Sunday, basically, where I post my schedule. I post my schedule on Monday. And so before the next Monday comes, like throughout the whole week, I'm talking to people to get it sorted. And if it's more people, then it's like more talking, obviously. And then like the week comes and you do the let's say the collab is on the 9th. I would have started planning for on the 30th, and then come the 9th, I would have done it. The hard part about doing collab stuff is like, even during the week of where you have collabs, you have to also be talking to people about other things the next week. So every other week gives you a little bit of leeway, you know? So if I have something planned next week, then I can just do the thing next week and then worry about planning the week after instead. Which is easier. Easier than every week. I think 50 collabs is like not unobtainable, but it's like a bit much with like everything else going on. Because obviously the other things like I'm planning as well, right? So a lot of work. I mean, it is what it is. That's why no one hosts stuff. You ever like see VTubers on Twitter who like always complain? I mean, I complain all the time too about this. I also am one of those people, by the way. Like, not to say like I'm deflecting any blame or deflecting any like like say I'm not like them. Not to be like I'm not a hypocrite, okay? Like I'm also the same way. I bitch all the time that people don't fucking invite me to shit, and that's just because hosting is fucking hard, and doing it every week is harder, dude. And so, but if you don't do it, no one's gonna do it, because no one is gonna do it. Like at baseline level, no one's gonna ever do it. And so if you don't do it, then there's zero. And I'm not trying to live through a whole year of zero. That would suck. Hey, have a good night. Okay. Number 6. Release one merch. One. Release a single merch. Could be anything. Luckily, this one doesn't require a lot of work from me, because usually merch companies handle all the stuff. Whatever it is, man. Well, the thing with the plushie is that I would need a mascot first, right? I don't want to be like Jim. I'm not like Jimbo sized. If I was like a Jimbo character, yeah. Arms that wide awake. Yeah, dude. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but one merch is our starting line. Like if we end up doing more, cool, right? But I've never done merch, and that's mostly because when I started off and people contacted me to like do merch with me, how do I say this? Like it didn't impress me. I don't want to like sell you guys like slop, you know what I mean? Maybe as like a joke, like if it's like an April Fool's or like, one of those like fucking meme merches, it'd be okay if the quality was a little lower. But if it's like something you wear, if it's something that you can like, own and like show off to people, I would like the merch to be show-offable to other people. I don't want you to be like embarrassed to show it off. I mean, obviously some people do like Boo mouse pads. You're like, oh, hey friends, look at my Boo mouse pad. Like obviously I would love a Boo mouse pad. I would love a Boo mouse pad. Like not to say I wouldn't like it. I would like it. But I would also like it if like the merch you buy like gets the maximum value. Like if you're gonna spend money, I would like, if you were me, sorry, if I was you, if I was in your position, I would like to spend money on merch that gives me the max value, that I could like take out and like show people and like rep, So it might be keychains, it might be something else, but whatever it is, I would like the first merch I make to be reppable. So that's the one go. That's why it's like a little bit harder, even though it is just one. We're gonna start with one. We'll see how it goes. So I don't want to be like, oh, I want to make like a merch line. No, it's too much. Too much in too little time. Because we have a lot of stuff planned. At least one merch. Just one of each thing. You see how there's all just one? Just one of each thing. Make it happen. Release one single. I think it's obtainable. You know, and realistically speaking, like, merch doesn't take the require that much effort from the person. All things considered, because usually companies handle basically everything. Some companies even handle artwork. And so, like, whatever, like, art it is, like, they will commission for you. Or, like, they will do, like, all this stuff. And, like, logistically speaking, like, shipping wise and, like, keeping inventory and all that stuff, like, they will also do. And so a lot of companies that reach out to, like, VTubers and stuff, like, they have it all handled. But that being said, like, that's, like, the job of the person. The job of the person is to, like, quality control, right? Like, know what you want. Like, if they send me a stuff and it's, like, my fucking face on a t-shirt, like, my fucking tits on your tits, like, I'm like, I could not see you wearing that. Hey, Happy New Year, good to see you. You know what I mean? Like, I could not see you wearing, like, big boobas out in public. Maybe that's just me. I know, like, a lot of people do. At anime conventions, but that's, like, you know, like a week out of a year. A lot of shirts I would only wear at an anime convention. I don't know, guys. I mean, like, if that's you, that's you, right? If that's you, that's you. If you want to wear anime, like, girl booba everywhere, that's you, right? But that's like, I'm just thinking it from, like, my perspective. If that was me, I would only wear, like, anime girl booba at a convention where, like, everyone else is wearing the same thing. If I'm out in public, I'm not trying to rep, like, a naked woman. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, but do you, like, do you feel good? I've seen 3 anime Ahegao coats out in public. Yeah, like, do you feel good? Or are you like, damn, that's something? You know what I mean? And even though no one's gonna tell you, no one's gonna be like, no one's gonna walk up to you and be like, damn, you look stupid as fuck. Like, no one's gonna tell you that, okay? No one's gonna tell you you look stupid as fuck, but you can feel it. And I don't want you to go out feeling like you're repping my merch, like, oh, shit, I feel stupid as fuck. Hey, when VTuber merch is just a square PNG, died. True. I mean, they might like it, right? But, like, at a corner of their eye, the corner of their, like, mind, like, when they see the people that look at them, like, you can feel it, right? Like, the public people's disdain for you. I'm like, I'd rather you not feel that way. Like, it might make you happy to wear Ahegao stuff, but there's another component that's like, you can't get rid of it. You can't, like, erase the feeling of the stares that you get. So I'd rather not. Yeah, one merch, but at the standard of reppable anywhere. That's the standard. You know, and then this one is like 2 to 8 people per project. Fully serious. Okay. So this is so far. This is our list for this year so far. And I'm gonna just keep it at 6. When I keep it at 6, I have some other things I want to do, but I think, not to make it like super long, be like, you know, a laundry list. Keep it at 6. If there's more stuff I want to add later, then that's what I'm gonna add. But so far, I think it's like more obtainable this way. If I just like, okay, we reached our initial goals, and keeping them open ended, right? It's like, you know, not anything specific, not specific kind of merch, not specific kind of collab, not specific kind of dub, not specific kind of song. Just like something of that category. This is the way that I approach, like, you know, like goal setting and stuff. Is that so like anything could fit, you know? Loosely. Like if it loosely fits, I'll still count it. So like if the fully dubbed project ends up being a voice pack again, then it would count for both, you know what I mean? Like I might not make a voice pack again. I'm just saying that in the case it does happen, it'd be like that. Some people who were out here much want attention. I mean, that's fair too. I mean, if that's you, that's you. I'm not gonna say that's not you, but that's not me. Yeah, I'm just saying like whatever happens, right? 'Cause like can you plan for like a whole fucking year? Like, bro, I can barely plan for next week, which is why I'm keeping the collabs to once every 2 weeks. I mean, obviously, like on top of all the other stuff we're doing, right? So every Monday we do IDV, and every Friday we do D&D. And those won't change. Probably for the foreseeable future. But on top of those, like, you know, hosted by me. If I get invited, like, I'd be very happy. Like, the end goal, right? It's like, they all have an end goal, right? So, like, for like the final form of these goals, I'm not even listing because it's like, those are like the lofty goals, right? It's like, the end goal for making a demo real is to like be in an anime or like be in a video game, right? So like there's a goal on top of every single one of these goals. So like for this one, right? Like the final form goal of this is like to be in an anime video game. The final form of this goal is to like to make a new lore video. The final form for this one is to like make an album. The final form of this goal is to like, you know, be a director in a like an actual paid project. This one is to the end goal of this is to be invited to more collabs myself, and then the end goal for this is like to have a merch line. But those things are all like very, very big. So I think it's more realistic to work towards a part of each one. And then we'll just see whatever happens. Because like you never know, right? Like maybe like I actually reach one of the like the end stage like hidden goals. Right? You never know, right? Like what I think is the hardest. I also think like you think the original song and the merch is the hardest. Yeah, I think so too. I think the original song is the hardest for sure. But it might so happen that like you know, whatever happens of the year, you just suddenly like, oh shit, some inspiration. And then you make a whole album. Like it might just happen. Then I can't predict the future. That's not my power. So I'm just gonna set it up, you know, and then if we reach an end stage goal, it happens. And if not, it doesn't happen. But these like, you know, early stage goals, I think are obtainable. And it's like it works towards the end stage goal. It's like the first job advance out of like the 3 jobs, right? Like if you're playing like an MMO, you know, like when you're like you start off as a warrior and then you're like a marauder, whatever the fuck it is, like marauder into like warrior, or like spearman into like dragoon, and then into like the super dragoon. That's like that. But like so, like the end goal is to reach like super god level advancement. But we're like still like, you know, first level. Yeah, that's the 6th stuff we're gonna do today, or do this year, hopefully. Just to keep in mind, you know. Keep in mind for the future. I'm gonna save this up. Okay, well. Heading back to the piece. Oh. someone who writes poems and once tried to put myself out there being part of a published poem book with other people. I feel you. Even writing is something that comes easily when you actually have the pressure of I need to write this. Yeah, man. Like when you write for yourself, it's not the same as when you write for the purpose of putting it out there. And so I'm not gonna be like, okay, like obviously, like my end goal is to make an album, right? But before an album, I have to make an EP. Before an EP, I have to make a single song. And so, like, the end goal is like very hard, very, very, very difficult. Some people just like, dude, there's like some like musicians literally spend like all day every day like just writing and like, you know, like cooking songs. Okay, and like, but we do like much more than that as well, like different avenues. And so I can't be like, okay, I can't like put in the same amount of work as a musician.
Happy
Right?
New Year's, Lee Zoo, Party Popper.
And so I'm just gonna open 6 options, and then whatever options we tick, we tick. And they're all like loosely based, right? So it's like if I make a game dub, that'll count. If I make like a, you know, voice pack, that'll count. So it's like very open-ended. If I make a merch, it's like it could be anything. It could be like a shirt, it could be like a jacket, it could be like a keychains, plushie, whatever. Like anything goes, right? So it's not. It's like I eliminated the choices by having like all the choices be existing. It's like whatever avenue is there, I'll just take it. We'll just roll with it, you know? Hey, Fire EA, thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate you. 13 years. Thanks so much for 13 years. I appreciate you. No. A Paranormal Site it's outside of that. The caveat is the only thing with the dub project is it's fully serious. Whereas like streamed games, what we stream dubs, it doesn't count for that category. Because for streamed games, like we're all just like shooting this shit and like we're talking over each other, and it's not like the lines aren't perfect. Like sometimes you just like flub a line, you know, but you just like, you know, you just go along with it. Like a lot of times the Paranormal Site, I'll say a line and like, what the fuck did I say? But we'll just keep going, right? So the Paranormal Site is more like a one take, just like a, you know, for fun, where everyone can just relax, right? Like I would rather like a stream environment be like relaxed. Like obviously I'm happy that everyone's dialing in. I think like there's some really good performances actually for a Paranormal Site gameplay. For our Paranormal Site playthrough, like I'm very impressed, and there's a lot of like, you know, the skills you can build through it as well. But it's like obviously not like a professional production. Like you would not sell that as a drama CD. And I'm probably not going to sell the dub project either. Like even if it's a voice pack, if it's merch, it'll probably end up still being free. But the purpose is to like go through the motion of production. To build like that skill specifically. But that's like all my goals, dude. Everything I do is for the purpose of something. Like for the songwriting as well, like for the original song, like part of it is like maybe I'll like, you know, there's a chance I might branch out into like singing a hook. And so like part of it is like building like, you know, obviously rap game, obviously like pen game, but also like maybe singing game. But all that is like, you know, well, if it happens. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, right? But I'm not bothered. Like I feel like if you like set a goal, like, oh, like let's hit 20k subs, or let's hit like, you know, like whatever, like a number goal, then it's like you can't help but be disappointed if you don't reach it. Because like ironically, number goals are so hard to obtain because there's zero direction. but also like it feels like the easiest thing to obtain because it's quantifiable. Like if I just say I'm gonna make one song, like, what does that mean, right? Like it could be anything. I could sing about anything, I could rap about anything, and it would still count. But if it's like it hit like 20k subs or 20k followers on Twitter or Twitch, and you don't reach it, then you're fucked, right? Then you're like, okay, like quantifiably we didn't reach it. So you feel like even worse, right? Because it's like undeniable fact that you didn't reach it. Whereas if you worked on a song but you never released it, like you at least still worked on it. I mean, you at least built some skills. That's just me. Anyway, guys, I think that's what we're gonna call today's stream actually, because it's been just shy of 3 hours. It's a short little chatting. I just want to do like I wanted to just do like the resolution stuff today, and then we'll be back to like actual gaming stuff and like other stuff, and it come tomorrow as well. So tomorrow's gonna be probably Limbus Company, play the fully voiced stuff, and also like reacting to some of this other stuff as well. I saw that they released a 3.0 trailer for HSR that I wanted to watch, and a bunch of other stuff as well that I wanted to like react to and stuff. So that'll all be tomorrow as well. And so we're gonna keep it for tomorrow. But for today, we're just gonna call it this, as where it is. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, guys, coming back, for chilling with me again after a few weeks. Thank you. Big preach. We're gonna go ahead and send you guys off to somewhere. We're gonna send you guys off to Who to send you guys off to? Actually, less people live right now than I thought. So I was gonna raid San actually, but San already finished. So we're gonna raid someone else actually. Who is live? Who is live? Now I'll send you guys over to Girl DM, who's playing Balatro. Oh my god. Balatro, my favorite game. Let's go, dude. I love Balatro. Message, please. Legion raid. Hey, look, it's Repost. Hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Why do you repost with 2 P's, huh? What happened? Thank you. Copy on the raid message. If you don't have my email, you can use any emote. It doesn't really matter. But the heart emote is nice too. Yeah. Repos, stupid. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Drop by. I will see you guys on the flip side. Okay? Peace. Peace. Late. Please give the green cat my regards. Love Girl DM in this house. Thank you guys for chilling with me today. I appreciate you. Thank you. I honestly appreciate it more than, can be said, can be stated. Always after a break, you're like, damn, maybe I forgot how to stream. Maybe I forgot how to do shit. Maybe people don't show up. But the worries have been quelled. Peace.